When you think back to that vibrant golden era of 1980s Bollywood, it wasn't just about the superstars. There were these other faces, faces that just felt like family. They were the caring sisters, the loyal friends, the ones who made every story feel so real. So today, we're going to talk about the amazing legacy of one of those truly essential actors, Madhumalhotra. Oh, you've definitely seen her. Her presence just lit up the screen in so many films. But her journey? It's full of these incredible twists and turns that you might not expect, from a really surprising debut to that one single moment that basically cemented her place in movie history forever. So let's get into it. Sadly, her recent passing is what really brings us here today. It feels like the end of an era for sure. But it also gives us a chance to look back and just appreciate the incredible career of an actress who was such a constant, comforting presence for so many of us. And to really understand her story, we're using this fantastic current affairs document from ATA 247 as our guide. It lays out all the key milestones of a career that went on for more than 2 decades, with over 100 films. It's basically the blueprint for her amazing story. Okay, so let's start right at the beginning. And I have to say, for an actress we usually associate with these big family dramas, her debut is, well, it's a genuine surprise. Can you believe it? Her career didn't start in some mainstream drama. It started in the world of horror. Her very first movie was Andhera, a 1975 film from the legendary Ramsay brothers, the family that practically invented the horror genre in India. What a wild and totally unconventional way to start for an artist who would become such a familiar, warm face on screen. So after that pretty shocking horror debut, she very quickly became one of the industry's most reliable supporting actors. And that meant she was sharing the screen with the absolute biggest superstars of the time. The moment things really took off for her was in 1979 with the movie The Great Gambler. Now, this was a massive, star-studded thriller, and she landed this huge role playing Amitabh Bachchan's sister. I mean, that gave her enormous visibility and really set the stage for a whole decade of blockbuster appearances. And just look at this list. I mean, seriously, what a run. From The Great Gambler with Amitabh Bachchan to the iconic musical thriller Cars with Rishi Kapoor. And then you've got Sate Pe Sata, another classic with Bachchan, and of course Hero, the movie that made Jackie Shroff a star. She wasn't just in movies, she was right in the middle of some of the biggest cultural moments of the decade. But out of all these incredible roles, there's one film, one single sequence that would come to define her legacy for millions and millions of people. 2 words, Lambi Judai. This absolutely iconic song from the 1983 blockbuster Hero is hands down one of the most powerful songs about separation in the history of Bollywood. Now, even though the legendary Roshma provided the voice for the song, it was Madhumalhotra's face on screen that gave that music its heart and soul. Her performance just perfectly captured all the pain and emotion of that separation. She turned that song into one of the film's most unforgettable, just heartbreaking moments. It's a true classic, and her image is forever tied to its emotional core. So beyond these iconic roles, what's maybe even more staggering is just the sheer volume of her work. It's a real testament to her talent, and it shows you exactly why she was one of the most in-demand actors of her generation. Over 100 films. Just let that number sink in for a second. More than 100. For over 20 years, Madhumalhotra was a constant presence in Bollywood, building this incredible filmography that just speaks to her tireless work ethic and a deep, deep love for what she did. And what's really amazing is the range within that century of films. I mean, we saw her start in horror. She was essential in action thrillers like The Great Gambler, musical thrillers like Cars, and comedy dramas like Sate Pe Sata. She could even carry social dramas. This is why she was always working. She could handle any genre you threw at her, and she made every single role her own. When we look back on these classic films, it's easy to just celebrate the superstars. And we should. But the career of an artist like Madhumalhotra reminds us of something really important. Great films are built on the strength of their entire cast. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? How much of that magic, that heart, comes from the supporting actors who make those worlds feel so real. Her legacy is just a powerful, beautiful reminder of that.